People, I'm back again, deluded. Yeah, September was rather kind to us Arsenal fans, so we might as well speak in regards to September. We know we didn't have an easy start to the whole Premier League campaign as a whole, with a tough August, and we came out of it the other end still alive. September's been good to us. On one hand, we've been playing very well, grinding out results, whether we've deserved to, whether our playing performance has been there, or whatever. We've just been doing what we need to do, and end of Premier League games, we've got 3 points. But on the other hand, I do think we can go up several levels. We know because of football, many people don't speak in a balanced form. You either believe all is gloom at Arsenal or all is well, rather than balance, which would be we're doing all right. We're 7 wins from 7. We're playing all right, but we can still upgrade ourselves in several areas of the pitch. First and foremost, if you're really harsh, we've grabbed some clean sheets this month, sorry, and it's been terrific. But you'd probably point to that. Obviously, on one hand, it's a sign of a good team to grind out results when it's not going your way. I'm speaking directly about, if I remember, the Everton game and Watford, 2 games where we weren't really in it for the first half, and we really didn't put in enough work to. We weren't playing terrible, but we weren't putting in enough work to probably get the 3 points, and we found a way to get it, whether it's in the last 10 against Watford or whatever happened in the Everton game. I can't even remember it. So we do need to go up several levels. I do think we can definitely break teams down a bit more, start on the front foot, a bit more. Defensively, against Watford, I was actually impressed with how we cleared our lines, but there's still several ways to go up and levels to go up in that regard. Probably not playing the fluid football and the all-changing movement that we want to. The football, out of 10, I'd give us probably a 5.5 in regards to how we're playing, because I do believe this ain't me being negative or anything. I just feel we can play better. I don't feel we're playing as fluid, or we're not putting in a performance like that. The next step this month, obviously this month was just about results. Whatever way you look at it, 7 from 7, 4 points off Manchester City. We sit 5th and pretty. The league doesn't finish in September, October, but that's a good start. The next thing we need to chase is perfection. You're never going to get perfection. Even Pep Guardiola is never happy. I'm never happy when I record, not because I'm looking for faults. It's because if it's a fault, it's very hard to find a faultless 10 out of 10 performance. So until then, I'll always find something to comment on. Not that I'm trying to do that, but it's just what happens. The next step is chasing the impossible of a perfect performance, getting more clean sheets, breaking sides down a bit earlier, so we go into half time and it's a thing where we're 1-2 up, and it's a thing like, and it's them sort of things there. That's kind of the levels we need to go at. Make games in general, I'd say shut out games as well. Make games less nervy, because yeah, you could say Newcastle, Everton, Watford, these games on the grand scheme of things, we were in control of it. All of these 3 games in particular, we were in control for large parts of the game. We more or less controlled the game and dictated how it went. But there was incidences in all 3 games where we were playing a bit nervous. We were a bit nervous at times from set pieces, where we just make it nervous for our fans, where we probably made the game a bit more open than it has to be. But at the end of the day, we managed to get 3 points from these games, and that's the only way around it. I mean, you look at it, we won 3-2 against Cardiff. We shot ourselves in the foot defensively in that game. 2-1 against Newcastle, 2-0 against Everton, clean sheet against Watford, 3-1 against Brentford, and Voloska. We were in control for large parts of the game, but again, our standards kind of dropped, conceding 2 goals. The free kick was a banger, if I remember rightly, and that was the game, but we definitely could have done a bit better in them regards. So I think we're playing quite well, but if you remove the late flurries against Watford, Everton, and even Cardiff to a degree, what was it, 3-2 against Cardiff? Yeah, it has been a bit nervous, but we're doing what we need to do. Like I do think players are playing well. I do think players can play a bit better. I don't feel there's any doom and gloom, but we just need to improve a bit, because we're definitely, when you look at how Spurs have been this month, we've kind of caught up to them in the sense that we dropped points at the start of the year. They've dropping points now. United, it's not as bad as people are making out in this month in particular, but I mean, they sit 10th. So when you see these sort of things, it's about taking points when your opponents drop points, because we will drop points. Like, every team will drop points. Like, we will drop points, but the main thing is to just get results on the board, get a run of form together, because it's going to be a cold December. If we can get out of that December period into the new year with some sort of hope, being amongst the pack in regards to top 4, then we can do it, innit? But there's other things we need to implement when we get to that time. But I know off the top of my head, I'm so sure we've got Liverpool in December. We got Spurs. We got United. I'm so sure we've got, I could be wrong, Sporting Lisbon away. I'm pretty sure that's in November, but there's a period in end of November slash beginning of December and beyond where we're going through a tough period of games. So these are the games, with no disrespect to anybody, there's no easy wins in the Premier League that we need to win. Obviously, if we can go and beat Cat Yarabag in the Europa League, 2 wins from 2 puts us in a fantastic position. Fulham have been dropping points, but again, I'll speak about that more in my preview. But regardless of them dropping points, being woeful defensively, we all know a lot of these things change or irrelevant or thrown out the handbook when these sort of sides play Arsenal. So it's just about this. It's just about playing. I've seen improvements defensively. I'm seeing us get to grips with playing out from the back. Aubameyang and Lacazette are scoring goals, playing well, playing okay as well. Every player can go up several levels. We're not perfect. We're anywhere from perfect. I mean, I give us a 5 out of 10. And probably, by my own standards, I don't want to be a bit harsh, but behind closed doors, I'd actually give us a 4.5. Not because I feel we've been playing bad, like I said. I just feel we can go up several levels, to be honest. But I like the way that clearly we're fighting for Unai Emery. I'm liking when I see Unai Emery bring on Iwobi and several tactical changes is making the difference. We're doing what needs to be done, man. I mean, we're doing it. Iwobi's in form. Socrates has earned a lot of plaudits, myself included. Ozil's even scoring. Torreira is Lucas Torreira. If you've been watching Arsenal, I don't need to even speak about it. But it's been a decent September from us in regards to the PL and football in general. So we'll see what happens in the next months or so. The only thing that matters is where we're staying, where we are in May, and what trophies are in our hand if we have a chance for that in May. They're the only things that ultimately matter from a season. So yeah, guys. DG, man. September assessment done. I'm out.